And Dave, it is time. We do it every Football Friday. We're making our picks. We go through every single game of the NFL week, and we tell you who we think's going to win, who we think's going to lose, and then we give our just generic thoughts about the game. We're going to start with the first one, the Saints going to Atlanta, and the line for this one is Saints -3. They're the 3-point favorite in the game.
I am jumping on that Falcons team. I know they have been up and down and left and right. And you don't know what to base their performance on, but I will take them because the Saints, maybe I'm just bored of them. Like, look, quarterback play is a big deal. And I don't hate the quarterback, but I do think
you don't respect him, though, Dave.
I do think that Matt Ryan is a better quarterback. I think they've got better weapons. And as much as I want Alvin Kamara to touch the ball about 45 times a game, it's kind of cutting into his game. You know, he's getting less touches by virtue of Drew Brees not being there. So I'm not a fan, and I will choose to show my displeasure by picking against them here. I'll take the Dogs and the Falcons here.
Yeah, see, this was one where I was leaning towards the Falcons, but I was like, I don't know if I want to take the Falcons because the last time the Saints played them was with Taysom Hill. That was the first game Taysom had coming off the injury to Drew Brees. But two things kind of locked in the submission is, number one, I saw you pick the Falcons. So I'm like, fuck it. I can go with that and not have to worry about losing a pick on you. But number two, I heard this brought up earlier when I was listening to Sports Talk today. The Falcons, the first game, didn't have a lot of film on Taysom Hill. They were just throwing Taysom Hill right at him. They've already got to see him. They've probably been game prepping. Okay, this is exactly what they did. This is how he looked with us last week. These are things we didn't do well last week with that. Like you said, the Falcons' offense has been clicking better. Like that, I don't expect them to put up 50 points like they almost did or probably did to the Raiders. I can't remember if they hit the 50 burger on them officially. But I don't expect them to put up that many points. I'm going with the Falcons as well, getting a second look at Taysom. Close game. A lot of these are close. Like I said, they're about
only 43 points last week.
Only 43. Yeah, I didn't think they got to the 50 burger. Only 4 games this week have double-digit lines. There's a lot of them that are 3, 3.5, 4.5 kinds of situations. I think the highest that's not double digits is like a 7.5 this week. So I'm going to go with the Falcons as well. +3 against the New Orleans Saints. That brings us to your team, Dave. Bears playing host to the Detroit Lions, who had a bye last week. No, they played on Thanksgiving. This will be Darrell Bevell's game. Head coach Matt Patricia got fired. Bears are a -3 as well. Mitch Trubisky is going to be the starter. Yep. Is this one, Dave, where the Bears own the Lions, or are you a little worried that the Lions' new head coach, you got that kind of that energized feel that maybe the Falcons were feeling, that where they were when they rattle off wins when Quinn got fired? Can Bevell lead this Detroit team to a win against the Bears?
I mean, our streak of just kicking the shit out of the Vikings year in, year out came to an end this year.
I was just as shocked.
I'm pretty sure the one with Detroit will as well here. I'm definitely afraid of them. But as a Chicago Bears fan, I have to pick the Bears here regardless. So ride or die with kissing titties here. That's where we're at, you know. Yeah, Mitch Trubisky's our quarterback for better or worse, and at least he has legs and can run. Like that's our whole upside here, Ricky. We are stuck. We know he's not the right answer. We just know that he's better than Nick Foles because he's upright and mobile.
I'm going to say it's a winnable game for the Bears. Like, I'm going with the Lions because I am going for that whole, Bevell. This is his first game as the head coach for the Lions. Big situation. He's kind of one that's playing for a coaching job too, because he's always been one that when he was with Seattle, I always thought, and when Mark and I would talk about NFL head coaching jobs, I would always look at it and go, watch out for Darrell Bevell. He should be getting a head coaching job with what he did with that Seahawk offense. Winnable game for the Bears. Bears aren't out of it. They beat Detroit week 1, but this Bears team hasn't gotten a win since October 18th? Since then, you've had Rams, Saints, Titans, Vikings, and then Packers. 5 straight losses. Could this be 6? Yes, I'm going to go with the Lions, but like I'm going to say, winnable game for the Bears. Here's a question I want to ask you, Dave, before I move on. This has to do with the Lions. I put this in the Discord last night. What is your thought about apparently there are Michigan legislators, so like politicians, that wrote an open letter to the owner of the Lions. I think Sheila Ford's her name. Basically saying that, hey, the defensive coordinator that is with the 49ers, he was born in Michigan, grew up in Michigan, played college ball in Michigan. You should really hire this guy for your next coach. Is it one of those things like, am I crazy for saying, hey, let the fucking Lions do what they want? Like, just because you're from Michigan doesn't mean you're going to be a good head coach.
Does it hurt to suggest someone who's successful at the NFL level so far? No.
I guess you're right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They just want the best for the team, Ricky. They're trying to help her out because so far her moves have been, So
far we can't trust you to run your team, so we have to run your team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just had the thought of
Megatron. Pay Megatron. Then the curse will be over. Then maybe you can get back to winning.
I don't know.
Or at least competing for like a playoff victory sometime this decade would be great.
Maybe my first thought is those legislators should work on getting Flint like drinking water. That would work too.
Man, that's over. We're already done. Our outrage is out there. Like, sorry, like
we're done with the pandemic. Took everything out of us. We're not mad about that anymore.
Pandemic, the racism, like the cop, all that shit. Like clean water in Flint, Michigan has been a problem for like 5 years now?
Maybe even more than that. I think.
Maybe more.
Like drink the good old bottled stuff out there in Flint because you ain't getting it from your pipes. Next game, though, Dave, Browns at Titans. This is one where the Titans are a 5.5 point favorite, getting the -5.5. This is one where the Titans should win this one easily, right? They're on a roll. They don't have a losing record, so Baker can't beat them. Like, this should be Titans.
I want to go with Baker. I want the Browns to be my upset this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't pull the trigger on it. It's like the Titans are the better football team. I understand, but the Browns at 8-3 are such fool's gold that it's like, I could see why. Nick Chubb.
They're on a 3-game win streak.
Chubb and Hunt together again, man. That run game is sick. They can move the ball up and down the field. They've been getting great play out of wide receivers. Like, it's super tempting to go Browns here. This was one of my toughest decisions of the day, but I am going to lean Titans here just because of the points.
Yeah, no, you say tough decision. I say easiest decision I ever made. Like
5.5 points. I'm like, the Browns can make it competitive, but 5.5. If it was 7, then I would go Browns. If it was a touchdown, I would say Browns. But at 5.5 down, I'm gonna have to go Titans.
I'll be honest, like I'm looking at the rest of the games too. Like
I said that backwards, but you get my point.
Yeah. Besides maybe like 1, maybe 2, all of the rest of the games from here on out for me were so easy. But like I couldn't type Titans quick enough. I think King Henry is going to feast. Tannehill will get points. Baker might do well, but not enough to win the game. Chubb will get good fantasy points, but like. No, this Titan team should feast. Derrick Henry is going to have another great game. Titans are just going to improve their hot run that they've been doing as they continue to steamroll towards the playoffs. Then JD, he at the beginning of our pick said in Twitch chat, y'all better have the Bengals losing. Bengals going into Miami, playing Tua Tagovailoa, lost the job, got it back, didn't have to worry about losing it long term.
He got benched.
And then they immediately, Brian Flores came out and said, don't worry, Tua will have the job yet again for next week. He'll be starting here against the Bengals. Bengals without Joe Burrows. This is our first double-digit line of the week. Dolphins at -11, and I got to go with the Fins. Like, this is one that if the Fins lose this one, they shouldn't be happy with themselves.
Back to the Bengals?
Of the Bengals, I think it's Brandon Allen. Old Arkansas quarterback.
11.5 is a lot of points. That's all I'm thinking. I mean, the Dolphins win the game. It's just a matter of like how close that line is this game going to be, and the backup QB says a lot about that. But if
Brandon Allen
can't do it, I'll stick with the Dolphins and the -11.5, whatever it is.
Dave's like, can't do it, won't do it. -11 with the Dolphins is where you got to lock that one in.
Joe Mixon's still in the fucking IR, so they're fucked. And God damn, I really got to stop playing fantasy football. I feel.
Do you have Joe Mixon too?
Yeah, I Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon. Will Fuller, Miles Sanders, J.K. Dobbins. I had Chase Edmonds when he went down.
Are you Charles Woodson in it right now? Are you waking up in your hotel room, Dave, looking at that snowy Detroit and going, I don't think I want to play no more? Are you telling me at the end of this year, Dave may hang it up and retire from fantasy football?
I feel bad when I pick players because I know that I'm actively hurting their career.
Here's what you do: you have someone else pick for you. Find someone. You say, you pick my team for me.
We'll see.
Then you're not like. We got to try to break the curse somehow.
It's starting to get depressing, man. Like year over year, I am knocking people out for chunks of years.
Oh man, I still remember story for those of you who don't know because you guys didn't grow up with us. Dave had Tom Brady the year he missed like that entire year, and I remember adamantly walking over to Dave's house, knocking on the door. His brother answers, "Hey, is Dave up?" "No, I'll go wake him." And Dave walking out of his room, like half asleep, just waking up. I go, "Hey man, Tom Brady's out for the year. I gotta take a piss," and just turns right into the bathroom.
I can't even comprehend this, right? That information hit me so hard. I can't even deal with it. I just go pee. Like,
oh man, that will, until I die, will be one of my favorite moments in our life. But next game, also an easy pick for me. Yeah. Jacksonville coming into Minnesota. Vikings are another double-digit favorite, -10. Vikings all day, every day. Purple People Eater's going to eat.
100% agree with you. This Jacksonville team is a sack of shit right now, so take the Vikings. Easy win.
I guess the only bright spot is James Robinson will probably get his points. Then Dave, here's the big one. Yep. Raiders-Jets. Do the Jets get a win? And first off, should the Raiders be disrespected? Should they feel disrespected by Vegas, where they are from? Only an 8.5 point favorite? Only getting -8.5 against the Jets? The Jets.
It is a bounce back game. They looked abysmal in their previous game. Like you said, the Falcons hung a 43 spot on them. I think it was 43-6. And our boy, what is that idiot's name? The backup QB got a couple snaps out there
for the Raiders.
Yep. God, he's such a terrible quarterback. He literally started games for Peterman.
Nathan Peterman. Yep, Peterman. God, he had 6 interceptions in a game.
Yeah, he was awful.
Buffalo.
He's perhaps one of the worst quarterbacks of all time. That's how bad they were doing. So this is we need to get back on track. So I expect this whole week to be fundamentals. I think they're going to steamroll
a lot of Gruden grinding drills
all day. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't pick.
This is a game.
I can't pick the Jets. I can't do as long as Adam Gase is their coach. I can't pick them. They could win this week, and I'd be like, nope, can't pick them.
This is probably their most winnable game for the rest of the year. I just like making you look up schedules.
You like making me look up schedules? So they got the Raiders. They'll probably lose. The Seahawks. They'll probably lose. The Rams. They'll probably lose. The Browns. They will lose because Baker against losing teams are undefeated. And then at New England.
Ooh, that one.
They almost beat them the first time. That might be the game.
I take back what I said.
You know what?
The New England game is almost a lock.
I'm going to say
just to shit Bill Belichick on the way out. That's the ultimate move. So Adam Gase comes in there. The ghost of Tom Brady joins Sam Darnold on the field. Because Sam Darnold sees ghosts.
Wag of the finger, Dave, because I'm changing one thing about your prediction. They lose to the Browns. not even 5 hours, like an hour after that loss to the Browns, Adam Gase is getting canned. Greg Williams is then the interim head coach for Week 17. Greg Williams gets that team ready to go ahead and beat Bill Belichick in Week 17. Why not?
Point is, Bill Belichick's going to take an L to the Jets this year because Tom Brady wills it.
Yeah, because that's how this goes down. Because Week 16, they would have already locked up the number 1 pick, losing all that. Because hopefully. Wait, I gotta look that up.
Have to win a game.
They don't have to. It depends on where's the strength of schedule. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look up right now.
Don't want to leave it up to that.
Jaguars have a lower strength of schedule. You're right. You can't do that. Jaguars would have to win a game. So you know what? Maybe that won't happen.
Yes, you're right. No, I'm just fucking with you.
If they do, fuck it. I'd be happy for the Jets, but fucking terrorized for my Vikings. But yeah, Raiders should get the win, no problem, in this game. Then Dave, Colts and the Texans in Houston. Should the Colts feel slighted only getting 3 points against Houston, -3 for Indy?
Nah, I mean, it's hard to put money on Phillip Rivers not fucking up these days. I mean, he has a 16-9 touchdown interception ratio. Like, he's not a bad quarterback, but it's just costly timing.
Yeah, he just makes boneheaded plays at boneheaded moments.
Jonathan Taylor, being Trent Richardson. So that's a
I'm not gonna take that bait. I'm gonna push it to the side, Dave. Let's see, Colts.
I got the Colts. You got the Colts. We all have the Colts. Everybody in the world has the Colts. I don't think anybody expects the Houston Texans now without Will Fuller. I don't think Cobb is going to be the big guy to step up here. He'll get a couple touches, no doubt, but no.
That defense against Houston's going to be tough. I mean, the Indy defense against Houston's going to be tough. I go with the Colts all day in this one. Colts to get the win over the Texans. Then, Dave, this was possibly out of the remaining games, the one of the two I was mentioning. Rams at Cardinals. And you're going to have a Rams -3 in this one. So Rams are getting 3 points. They are the favorite by 3, giving 3 points. Thank you. I almost picked the Cardinals in this one. However, it's one of those things, it's like, do I trust the Rams offense? No. But this Rams defense is really good. And many people are thinking, have opposing teams figured out the Kyler Murray Arizona offense? And that's what I'm thinking. This defense against the Rams is going to do enough to let the offense maybe score more points, and the Rams get the win.
Yeah, I'm just going to be interested to see Kyler Murray get out in motion, peel out of that pocket, bootleg like a motherfucker to get away from Aaron Donald. That's the game inside the game here. It's just watching a 360-pound Aaron Donald chase down Kyler Murray. That's the whole game here. This is going to be a ton of fun. But I will take the Cards. I will take that money that they're going to be able to eke out a victory here. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think this game is going to be brutal. But I do like Kyler Murray. I do like Nuke. I think that they're going to have the part to will this shit out.
How much did you say Aaron Donald weighed?
Like 360, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're giving him about almost 100 pounds. He's 280.
Yeah, 360 sounds about right, though.
He looks 360 out there.
It's
looks
like WWE numbers,
Looks like a fucking Mack truck out there running at opposing quarterbacks.
Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Next one, though, Giants at Seahawks. Seahawks, this is the other, I think where I said 4, this is the third of the double-digit lines. Seahawks -11. This one's not even a question to me. Danny Dimes is hurt. Colt McCoy is going to be playing.
Greatest football quarterback name of all time, perhaps.
Greatest football quarterback. I thought he was going to be so great coming out of Tejas, as Brandon would say.
We really all did.
The Giants just aren't good. Like, yeah, I know the Seahawks defense isn't good, but when you got Russell Wilson on the other side against this giant team, you should be able to get the win.
It's all about flash.
Of Josh Gordon, yep.
Josh Gordon's going to have a game coming back in the NFL, making himself known. I don't even know if he's eligible this week. I'll be 100% honest with you.
He got reinstated.
Reinstatements. I don't know if he's been practicing and been in quarantine this whole time or what. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I should check r/fantasy football. They have a huge boner for that man.
Yeah. But yeah, Seahawks should get the win easily.
Yeah, I'm not even counting this as a game.
The next one, I don't know how it's going to be a game, Dave, is Philly goes into Green Bay. Green Bay 8.5-point favorites. Aaron Rodgers is going to just dad dick the Eagles, right? Like, this is not even, to me, 8.5 is being generous. This should be a double-digit line.
Here's the problem. Philly has been keeping things interesting. They're not winning, but they're keeping things interesting. Carson Wentz is able to just eke out enough, and we'll see that one gadget game of play for Jalen out there. We'll see.
That one gadget play.
I want him to take over.
I do too.
I don't want to wish an injury on Carson Wentz just to see someone who we think could be a more interesting quarterback. But if it happened, I wouldn't be mad.
Fucking love Jalen Hurts, man. Fucking loved him coming out. I was like, you know what? Excited for him in Philly. And I fucking hated that Eagle fans just bashed on that pick so hard when it was made.
I understand Jordan Love being bashed on. Again,
yeah. Well, they traded up for that. Yeah.
But guess what? Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a horrible injury history.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers done at the end of the year, man. You know what they're saying? Like, this ain't going to be a year that Aaron Rodgers is going to want to play football afterwards. He ain't even going to be good after. We're going to Brett Favre him after this year. All that dumb shit.
Dude, he's barely gotten touched this year. He's in incredible shape. He's still dominating the league. He's back to what, number one in the MVP race?
Yep, I mean, so.
It's either him or it's Mahomes, and I got him taking it because people don't like repeats.
Yeah.
Well, I know Lamar had it the year in between, but like I don't want Mahomes, and then probably next year will be Lamar again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have that. Give it back to Rodgers.
And by the way, you say Mahomes. I watched it's about 3 days old now. The newest Gridiron Heights from Bleacher Report.
The train?
Yeah, when they were like, you get to the Bears, and it was like, we know we didn't take Mahomes, so you could go ahead and leave us alone. I was like, oh, that was beautiful.
Bears fans know. We know our place.
But the next game, I almost picked the opposite of this, but I went with my pick and locked it in. The Pats going up against the Chargers. Chargers are actually a 1.5-point favorite. They get -1.5. Game being at home. I'm going on the other side of the line, Dave. I'm going with Cam Newton to get it done because guess what? This game will be close. Chargers may have a lead, but guess what? They will blow it. Cam Newton will win it. Chargers blow another game.
I'm taking the Chargers after that inspirational press conference from Anthony Lynn.
After I went to bat for him, like, man, I don't know if he should be fired. He comes out with that.
Going to get riled up and ready to play after that inspiration he laid out there. So all about the Chargers, all about Air Bear. It's my boy.
Your boy, Dave. Your boy. And then the Sunday night game. Don't know how this is a Sunday night game because it's not going to be close in my mind. TV, I get it. It's Pat Mahomes on TV. But, like, Denver going into KC. Denver is a...
Denver played him close.
13.5 points. That's what the Chiefs are given here. -13.5.
Close last time.
I mean, hey, Drew Lock's back at least, so we won't see fucking Hinton out there at quarterback.
That's something.
Denver will actually have a quarterback out there. I just don't think they'll be able to compete with Mahomes. Chiefs with the win.
Yeah, I think Chiefs go up quick and early, and then it's just kind of cruise control from there.
Then the Monday night games, we get two of them. The first one, so it says Fox on the ESPN app. However, from the Pat McAfee show, I heard today that apparently the Steeler-Washington game is only going to be available in select regions. It's not going to be everywhere. I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's a 4:00 game. But we've got Washington, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a -7 from Vegas. This is a game where I think Pittsburgh's going to come out. And this is basically the kind of game where, you know how I say, like, Aaron Rodgers after a loss, Russell Wilson after a loss? Yeah. Big Ben and this Steelers team after the game they played against that Ravens team where they should have shillelied. They should have fucking hit him in the head with the shillelagh. Well, yeah, they're going to fucking win this game big. Washington doesn't have a chance.
Washington football team's a team you play down to.
Oh, God, the Steelers are going to play down to them.
Has a cannon for an arm. Terry McLaurin has been under the radar for the whole year. You're not even calling him a number one wide receiver. The disrespect is real.
I mean, Jamar Chase would be the number one. Yes, you're right.
The disrespect is real, Ricky. We understand where you stand on the Washington football team.
I love the callback, by the way.
I'm taking the fucking Steelers. not a fucking idiot.
He talks
pick a team from that shithole of a grouping. Like, I'm sorry.
He means the NFC North, by the way, or NFC East, by the way.
The point is, I think even who was on Josh Allen was on McAfee's show today, and they were joking about record, joking about like playoff shots, and he made some comment about like 8-8, and he's like, that's probably good enough to win the NFC East though, and we're all just dying, like he's just burying them, like I love it.
I love how you wrestling promote it, by the way. Classic heel turn where like you're talking up the home crowd, you're talking them up, getting all buttered, and then bam, you swerved on them, Dave. You swerved on Washington.
Steel chair. No headshots though. That's bad.
Yeah, no Mick Foley's. We don't want 15 chair shots to the head, Dave.
No.
Speaking of those Buffalo Bills, they play on Monday night against the 49ers, which will actually be in Arizona. This game's even. No one has the favorite via Vegas.
Let's say the thing.
Oh, no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Maybe the Buffalo Bulls. Maybe the Buffalo Bulls circle them. Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Is that what you wanted, Dave?
Yes. That's all I want every single week. I'm, of course, taking the Bills here. I hate the 49ers for no apparent reason. It's just more of I think that the Bills are a better team. Josh Allen's been great. Stephon Diggs has been great all year. They move the ball. The defense hit or miss, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But the 49ers, to me, they're just bleh. I don't know. Like, how do the 49ers win games? Grit and toughness and running game and occasional bailout throws. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Bills.
Yeah, I double check to see who I put down, and I thought I put down the Bills. Bills to win. I was like, shit, did I go with the Niners for some dumb reason? I mean, I'm going to go with the Bills and watch. The Niners will make us like have egg on our face and win this game. But like, yeah, I see the Bills being the better team, and I'm going with the better team here. And then Tuesday football, Dave. Apparently the Ravens
because
get Tuesday
again,
football.
Remember, we cater. We cater to those who matter.
We cater to the Ravens. Dallas, Baltimore, like,
can't do
did this game even have to happen? Like, Baltimore
from the NFC East, as we previously stated.
Yeah, Baltimore
wins this one. It ain't close, and I hope that we get to see your boy again,
Trace McSorley.
I hope that we get to hear a little bit of Sorley song. You know?
Oh man, I fucking love it. Baltimore actually a -7.5, by the way, via Vegas.
I love to see that line grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those where Baltimore should win, especially with Lamar Jackson, out there. I don't know if the news if Ingram and Dobbins are good for the game.
They should be cleared if they were just contact.
Mm-hmm.
If it is up, actually that should come up on Saturday for them, right?
Probably, yeah. Because I just saw yesterday that they were not they weren't switched to being in the
Dobbins
game.
Is, let's see if he was activated today actually at 3:10 p.m. So he was just activated a couple hours ago.
So he's going to be, at least one of them is going to be playing for him. So you get Jackson back, you at least get J.K. Dobbins back. But yeah, Baltimore should win that game easily, even if fucking Jackson wasn't playing, because you know, Dave, DiNucci out there, he's just like the Nooch is just like throwing a Hinton out there, according to Jerry Jones. Having no quarterbacks is just like having the guy you drafted to be your quarterback. But that's going to do it. Football Friday in the books. Hope you guys do everything that you guys can to win your leagues. Good luck, good juju, good mojo, anything you want. A good chi for you guys in your fantasy playoffs. Except for this guy right here, because I'm playing him in fantasy this week. The only good thing is in the MVP playoffs, it's 2 weeks. So if I'm down by 5, I still get a chance to make that deficit up in the next week. But
she's going for sure.
Hope you guys are good with that. If you make any bets this weekend, hope no bad bets on you guys. You win all your bets. Break in that money. Dave and I will be back on Monday talking more about the sports that we love. Remember, join the Discord if you haven't already. Link down below, !Discord into Twitch chat. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids. Link down below. or exclamation Patreon in the Twitch chat. We're on Twitch every Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/MVPvids. We're also on YouTube at MVP Sports. Thank you guys for everything you do. Have a wonderful weekend. And as always, have a good day, everybody.